back. We are back. DGens Pod episode 9.
Just two of us here today.
Yep. Liam is out of town this week. Xander is back at college.
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit different today without them, without Liam especially. But
you will still be getting Liam's locks. You'll be getting him in the DFS.
Yep.
You'll obviously see who lost when we get to that point.
Yep,
but,
we'll get there.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun today. Just two of us. We're going to chit-chat, talk about the divisional round of the playoffs. So
yeah, which is where we're actually going to start, right? With the divisional matchups for this weekend. Just kind of go over each game. And
yeah, I'll go through each game here. So starting Saturday, 4:30, we got the Texans versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored, minus 460. 8.5-point favorites. They are playing in Kansas City.
Yep.
I like this game. I don't know that it's going to be the shootout that some people think it's going to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a late game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter, maybe like a 2017 sort of game. But I think it's going to be a fun game to watch, and it's going to set the tone for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah. No, I like that. I think it actually is going to be a little bit of a higher scoring game.
Okay.
I think the Texans, they're coming off of a win after everybody and their mother thought they were going to lose against the Chargers last week. They're raring and ready to go. The Chiefs, they're coming into this thinking it's going to be an easy game. They had a full week off. They're rested. They're, nonchalant. They think it's going to be easy. Texans are going to come out hot. But I do think Kansas City is going to take it in the end. If I could bet money on it, I'm not going to. I'm going to be smart this week. But if I could bet money, I would say Texans will lead at halftime.
Okay, I like that. I like it. Do you think Worthy's going to make a big impact in this game? He made, through the fantasy playoffs, last 3-4 weeks of the year, he made a massive stand. He started up for 22, 25, 26 points a game. Do you see him making a big impact in this game, or do you think it's going to come down to more like Kelsey in the playoffs? I mean, who do you see taking that number one pass catcher role on the Chiefs offense this week?
It's tough to take Kelsey out of that position. You know what I mean? Do I think Xavier Worthy is going to have a good impact? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he may not get the crazy amount of targets, but the targets that he's going to get are going to be the 35 to 40-yard passes, the big plays, whereas Travis Kelsey, he'll more than likely get a couple more receptions. But those are going to be like the 5 to 7 yard gritty, get the yards type of thing.
I can see him getting 4 or 5 targets on one drive late into the
absolutely,
late game there.
absolutely, no doubt.
To it for sure.
No doubt.
Next game, the Saturday night game, we got the Lions versus the Commanders. I think this is going to be the game of the week.
The 100%. It's the game I'm most excited to watch.
I'm ready to watch this game. I think it's going to be the shootout everybody thinks the Texans and the Chiefs game is going to be.
100%.
I could see this easily getting into the 60-point total.
Yeah, I think the over. What was it, 51?
I don't know where the line is, but it's not high.
It was either 41 or 51. It was either 41 or 51. But yeah, no, I think that's going to be a crazy game. If I'm going to be honest, I think the Commanders have a chance to upset the Lions and take
Big
the win.
time.
They're running hot. They've got Jaden Daniels, who, in my opinion, is hands down Rookie of the Year.
He's the most poised quarterback I've seen in tough game situations other than Patrick Mahomes. He's that only other guy that I see when it comes down to, hey, you got 13 seconds.
I was just about to say.
Hey, this is the last play of the game. He's locked.
Yeah,
in.
those 2-minute drills.
He's been acting like he's been a playoff quarterback for 10, 15 years. It's astounding to me to see what he's doing.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And like similar boat to the Texans. Last week, everybody and their mother was expecting them to lose to the Bucs, but last drive, freaking coming back. They are hot, and I think that there is a chance. I'm not putting money on it this week. I might change my mind and put some personal money on it this week. But as far as the DGens goes, I'm not putting money on it. But I think the Commanders could take this in a huge upset.
Yeah, I could see it. I really do like it. Next game here. Well, real quick on this Lions-Commanders game. It's going to come down to Dan Campbell and Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Neither one of them is going to punt the ball.
Mm-mm.
Neither one of them is going to kick a field goal.
Mm-mm.
It's going to be Offense.
Like you said, it's going to be that shootout game.
Yep.
It's going to be the shootout game of the weekend that everybody's going to want to watch.
Monty is going to play in this game. He is active. He's off the injury report as of today. So he's healthy, even though at some point a couple weeks back, I think it was like a month ago, we were saying he could need surgery, could need this, could need that. But he's healthy. He's ready to go. I think it adds another realm to their backfield that you don't get when you only have Gibbs. So there's that, but I like it this week, and I think the Commanders have a chance, and I'm excited to watch this game. I think McLaurin's going to catch another touchdown. He's been on fire.
Yeah, no, McLaurin and Jane Daniels are both.
It's unreal.
They've got a connection. You would think that they've been playing with each other for 3 to 5 years by now. They've just got that. Kind of like Mahomes and Tyreek Hill had. They've got that locked in. Yeah. They know, Daniels knows where McLaurin's going to be, and he's got faith.
Yeah.
Where if he just chucks it up there, if McLaurin's in the area, if he's not catching it, nobody is.
He is one of the best deep ball, up ball catchers. And then El Moose, what's happening?
Dawes.
Dawes, how you doing? Thank you for the big FB touchdowns. Thank you.
It's good.
All right. And the next is Sunday games. We got the Rams at Philly. The Eagles are favored -270. It's a 6.5 point spread on this one. I think it comes down to both defenses. We've seen the Eagles D be top 3 all year. They've been great. They've been getting to the quarterback. Quinyon Mitchell's been great. But I will say in that wildcard round, the Rams defense, they stood out to me. They came to play. Without Aaron Donald, it didn't really matter. Not having him this year I thought was going to hurt pretty bad. Doesn't seem to be the case. They showed out last week, and I think it's going to come down to the defenses and the running backs. Does Barkley do what he did the first time, going for what was like
255 yards?
Yeah, he went for 255 the first time they played. I think Kyron Williams has to show out, and I think Cooper Kupp has got to find a way to get involved.
He does. He
does to.
Because obviously everybody knows Puka is their number one as of right now. Cooper Kupp has not been hot whatsoever, and they need that second threat.
They have to.
Because if you can then take some off of Puka, then Puka gets more options. Look over, they're covering Puka. Now you got Kupp open.
I mean, we saw it last week that they were double teaming Puka, and Cooper Kupp was just one-on-one. Nothing was happening. He wasn't getting separation, and that led to their offense leaning on the screen plays. That you can't just get away with running screens every time you're 3rd and long. You have to figure out how to get ahead of the sticks, and I think Cooper Kupp has to get involved, and Kyron Williams has to find the way to get downfield
100%
and get vertical as fast as he can.
100%. And they got to find a way to stop Saquon.
Good luck.
Because if Saquon does what he did last game, they might as well just forfeit the game and save their energy.
Yeah.
Because 255 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns I think he had. It's just crazy.
He's been so good.
It's ridiculous.
And the Sunday night game, the one everybody's looking forward to, the Ravens at Buffalo.
Yes. This is one of my favorite games.
Ravens are favored in Buffalo. It's -118. The line is 1.5 points. With it being in Buffalo, I'm surprised that this line isn't in the Bills' favor. But, I mean, I get it. The Ravens are good. The Ravens have been good. They showed sheer dominance last week in the wildcard round. It was unbelievable. But I think Derrick Henry is going to do great things in this game. Last time they played, he ran for 199. So it's just similar to Saquon.
Yep.
When these running backs get going, especially these top 2 guys, and looking at Barkley and looking at Derrick Henry, this tells me, with where these 2 teams are in the playoffs, with how successful the offensive, both sides of the ball, or both teams' offenses grew over this year, every team in the NFL should have been in on these 2 guys.
Yeah.
Every last one. And if you're a contending team, you need to go get that guy. Look at the Giants. They let talent go. Where they go, 3-13.
Yep.
Titans let Derrick Henry go, 3-13. You have to pay these guys. They make a big deal and they make a big impact on the offense. You got to pay them. Every team should have been in on these 2 guys this offseason here. But I like the Ravens in this game. I do. I'm gonna roll with what Vegas is saying. I like what Lamar's doing. I don't think he can be stopped, and I think whoever wins this game is gonna win the MVP. And 100%. I have Lamar winning the MVP.
All right. I mean, I like that. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. In Buffalo, Josh Allen, just Josh Allen. Really, just Josh Allen. That's all I have to say. Just Josh Allen, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
He's good. He's been really good. All right. So the money lines this week. I'll let you go ahead and start off with your money line here, Ben. What do you got?
Money lines. For my money lines this week, I'm going Kansas City over the Texans.
Okay.
I know I mentioned the Texans are going to be coming out hot, raring and ready to go, and while as the Kansas City, they're going to be kind of sitting on their butts, expecting a win to just be handed to them. But I think in the second half, Texans will be leading, but I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they're going to hunker down and be like, listen, we can't lose our first playoff game of the year to the Texans.
Yeah, 100%. I went with the Eagles this week against the Rams. I think they played really good last week. Barkley's going to make the stand here. And I think it really comes down to the Eagles' defense. They have to find a way to get to Matthew Stafford, and I think they will. I think Jalen Carter's going to just get enough pressure up the middle. I think they're going to try to take away Kyren Williams out of this game. If they can get Kyren Williams out, they'll be double-teaming Puka. Quinyon Mitchell can take Cooper Kupp, lock him down. I think the Eagles are going to have a pretty easy run with this one. I don't think it's going to be too much of a close game. I think maybe a 10-point spread on this one.
Yeah, no, I like the Eagles. Eagles money line at the end.
Even though Liam is not here, he did choose the Commanders to upset the Lions.
Yes.
That's an 8.5-point spread. He's going with the underdog. I like it.
I'm going to be sweating that bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sweating that one.
Yep.
And like we mentioned, we'll get into more details about it, but like we mentioned, we're putting all of these bets in. We made an account for the D-Gens. We're putting all of these bets that we talk about, we're putting those in. And we're going to try to get to $1,000.
Let's actually jump into it right now. Before we get into Liam's locks and the bets here this week, let's go back and, if you want to bring up what we did last week for the D-Gens Road to 1,000.
Yeah, no. Let me.
So we started with $30. We are up after our first week. So Ben's going to go through here and kind of touch base on where all we went and what all we did here.
We're up. So we went 11-6. 11 hits, 6 misses. I will say, no offense to Xander if you're watching, but you did miss 3 of your hits, 3 of your bets, which did kind of put us in a hole. But we still went positive. We had a 23.5% return on investment. We bet all $30. We came back with just over $37. So this week we're going to up the ante on the bets.
Yep.
Obviously Xander's not here. We won't be doing his bets. But
our hit rate should climb a little bit.
Yeah, we should have a slightly better ROI percentage next week. But yeah, no. So we're going to be keeping track of everything. And like we said, we're taking this to 1,000. We also have, I just wanted to put this out there, we also have a $200 bonus bets. $200 worth of bonus bets if we bet $5. So one of these bets, whichever one we agree on, we're going to put $5 on. That way we get that 200 bonus bets. Mm-hmm. Even though it's bonus bets, we're still adding it to the total pot.
Make sure you take advantage of these bonuses, these profit boosts.
Because that's free money. Everybody jokes about cash being free money, but this is actual free money.
Yeah,
Granted,
sure, you can't pull it out and put it in your bank account, but you can bet it, and if you just put some research behind some of your bets, you can make profit, and we're going to show you how to do that.
We're going to do that.
So we're going to have an extra 200 next week. I don't know if we'll use it this week, but we'll have that next week.
Hey! Thank you, Sambone12 for the sub, and he gifted one.
Wow, thank you for the gifted sub.
Huge. I think that might be Sammy. Sammy, if you're out there, we love you. We appreciate you, brother. We're gonna have you on here soon.
Yep, Super Bowl special.
Yeah,
Sammy, I watched Sammy go 4 for 4 in a Super Bowl. He's gonna come on here and share some thoughts with us before this year.
Yeah, we might hit 1,000 with the.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Sammy.
Yeah, thank you. That's really appreciated.
All right, and let's go ahead and get into it.
Oh, wrong one.
Liam's locks.
We're Liam is the one who usually handles the soundboard. Yeah, so we're just glad we have audio today.
All right, so here's what Liam, go ahead and send it to us so we can share what he's thinking.
Yep.
So to start, he's got Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Lamar's consistently thrown multiple touchdowns in recent games, facing the Bills, who have allowed multiple touchdowns in the air several games this season. Jackson is likely to surpass this mark. I like that line of 1.5 in a playoff game. Lamar, I mean, you saw his comments this week again about being linked to Josh Allen, being out of the same draft class. He's all business right now. Maybe we'll laugh about it in 10 years, but right now it's serious. Lamar and Josh Allen are both going to be doing everything to win this game. So
Absolutely.
I like that line.
I
think
100%. I think there's guaranteed a passing touchdown, guaranteed a Derrick Henry touchdown. Personally, I'm not putting that in, but I think that's almost guaranteed. And I'm pretty sure to win that game, you're going to need more than 14 points.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Liam's second lock of the week is going to be Nico Collins over 4.5 receptions. Collins has been the only reliable target in that offense. Everybody else is down. He's averaging 5 in his last few games, and against the Chiefs, they're vulnerable in the secondary. Collins is positioned to exceed this reception total. I could see him getting 5. I think, like you were saying, Houston's going to come out early and try to make a stand. I could see him getting maybe 3 or 4 in just the first half there, and you only need one more after that. So I like that line. And then Liam's last lock here, Jared Goff, over 250.5 pass yards. Goff has been prolific, surpassing 250 in multiple recent outings. Facing the Commanders, struggled against the pass. I like it.
Yeah.
So those are Liam's locks
I
for the
think
week.
both QBs in that game may go over.
Oh yeah.
I think that game's going to be a crazy.
It's going to hit a 60-point total.
If you watch any of the divisional games, watch the Commanders versus the Lions, because I think that's going to be hands down the best game of the weekend.
Hollywood Brown, I like it. I think he's gonna do something this week. We haven't seen much of him. Obviously, he's been hurt most of the year, but I think he's gonna make a stand this game. I like it, Sammy.
Keith Sheldon said not Liam's locks. Keith, I think we might be thinking of a different Liam here. If you're thinking of the Liam, I think you're thinking of. We're not taking his locks. We got our own Liam over here at the D-Gens.
All right.
Josh Allen. Sammy said Josh Allen over on the rushing yards.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. I put that in last week. I don't like to go back to back.
We were all in on Josh Allen last week.
Oh
yards,
yeah, no.
everything.
We had the touchdown yards, rushing attempts. Yeah, no, we had everything on.
Made some money on Josh Allen last week.
He came in close.
All right, Ben, what do you got for props this week for the divisional round?
I gotta find where I wrote it down. Right here. All right, going off of the Nico Collins. Liam had Nico Collins over on 4.5 receptions. I've got him over on yardage, over 82.5 yards. Last time they played the Chiefs, he only had 60 yards, but they also had Tank Dell against the Chiefs. Tank Dell had, I believe, 98 yards against the Chiefs. Someone's going to have to make that up. Like Liam said, Chiefs are struggling a little bit in their secondary. Nico Collins is going to be the one to make that up. I think his over on yardage and his over on receptions is a lock. Potentially, if you want, even throw a touchdown in on that. We're not going to do that. But yeah, no. He also went 122 yards last week. And like I said earlier, Texans are going to be coming out swinging. They're going to be coming out hot with everything they have. The next bet that I have is Sam Laporta over 4.5 receptions. Right? He's averaged about 6.5 receptions in the last 5 games. And the Commanders allow exactly 4.5 receptions per game for a tight end.
Okay.
So I found that stat earlier today. Commanders are also going to be putting a lot of focus on St. Brown and Jameson Williams out there. So last minute ditch effort, Sam Laporta, I think he's gonna have a good number of catches. So I got him over 4.5 receptions. My last lock that I've got, which it's crazy that this guy's line is even this high. I've got Saquon Barkley over 111.5 rushing yards. That's it. That's Saquon Barkley's line. Is 111.
You said he had what, 250?
He had 255 yards the last time that he played against the Rams.
So
he's a freak of freaking nature. In the last 5 games, he's averaged 126 yards. Obviously not week 18.
I think he had 2 runs over 60 yards the last time they played.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yep. Rams are ranked 22 against the rush. And they allow 130 rush yards per game. They gave up 106 to the Vikings with Aaron Jones. I think 111.5 is going to be easy for Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, it'll be a breeze for him. I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah. What do you got?
I got Derrick Henry over 96.5 rush yards. So his line's not quite as high as Saquon's, but 96.5 at minus 114. Last time they played, he went for 199.
Mm-hmm.
He just came off a game last week where he put up 186.
Mm-hmm.
If he sees, say, 25 carries, which is not out of the realm for this team, he needs to average 3.8 yards per game. He didn't hit that 3.8 in only one game all year long.
You mean per carry?
Per carry, yeah.
Okay,
3.8 yards per carry. He only missed that line one time in 18 games. So I have
pretty locked in.
Even though the line's at 96.5, it feels like a pretty easy. I mean, he just, like I said, he came off 199 last time they played. It's over 100 more yards than he had, and then 186 last week. They're just
plus
feeding him.
Is Zay
is going to be questionable. I don't know if he's going to play. He could, but even if he does, I think that they're going to just try to run this clock out and just be physical.
Yep.
They know that the Bills can keep up with them if they need to, so they're going to try to slow this game down.
Yeah.
And just feed Derrick Henry all day. After that, I got Amon-Ra over 74.5 receiving yards. Pretty similar to what you were saying. The Commanders have a pretty weak secondary. So 74.5, even though he's kind of been a little bit low all season, it's the playoffs. They're coming off their bye. They're going to try to find ways to get him involved. They had a whole extra week to get rest. Everybody's healthy. Montgomery's back. There's more weapons on the field. It's going to free Amon-Ra up. I think he's going to make a big impact. You know, big players make big impacts, big games. So I'm taking Amon-Ra.
I like that.
And then the last one I got here to pair with Derrick Henry, I'm going to go with Lamar's over on rush yards at 52.5. He hit this line when they played each other the last time. He hits this line over 65% of the time. Him and Josh Allen are fighting for MVP. Whoever wins this game is going to get it, in my opinion. I think both of these guys are going to do whatever it takes to win this game, and Lamar's going to have to do a lot with his feet. So I'm going to take the over at 52.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And like we've said in past episodes, all it takes is one rush for Lamar to hit that over. You know what I mean? All it takes for him to break through that first layer of the secondary, everyone's spread out on receivers, and nobody's catching Lamar in that state.
No. It's just not going to happen. All
we
right.
got Sammy saying Amon-Ra tug. Amon-Ra, I think, is going to have a huge game. I think, like I've said, that hands down is going to be the game to watch this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm going to have a lot of fun watching that game. I think it's going to get very interesting very quickly.
HJ Mans, what's up?
What's happening?
HJ Man says,
What's happening?
What's up,
Thanks for
boys?
tuning in.
What's up?
All right. So even though it's just two of us, we're going to get into the DFS. So the loser and the winner are both not here. You're looking at the two middlemen.
Yep.
Liam ended up winning.
Liam, I know you're out there watching, Liam. So I'm going to take this here real quick. There you go, Liam.
There you go, Liam. You get to wear the chain the rest of the pod.
You got the chain on.
And then let's go ahead and get Xander on the phone because somebody does, even though they're back at old WVU, they got to...
I would just like to...
they got to spin the wheel here.
Hold on. I would just like to pull this up. This is what Xander...
This is great.
This was handpicked by us. Mr. Pineapple.
Pineapple Man, I'm back.
Welcome back,
I'm back.
Xander.
I ain't losing this week, though.
Welcome. If you heard that, he said he's not losing this week. Unfortunately, Xander, you did lose this week, and we're getting him on the phone here right now. We're gonna do a big spin for him.
Welcome in, Xander's here with us. You ready to spin the wheel, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see where it lands.
How's college going? You back at college? In your classes?
Yeah, it feels great. I love being at college.
All right. You're on the well, you're not on camera, but the wheel is on camera. We're spinning you now. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's see it.
Let's see what we get. Come on, spray tan. Nothing again.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow.
Are
That's
you
2
kidding
weeks
me?
in a row, nothing was spun.
Are you kidding me?
Put me on the mic. Never a doubt. Shout out all my lovers, baby. Let's go.
That's actually insane,
You
Xander.
lucky.
That's insane.
All right, we got to take that off the board. Twice in a row. We're taking that off the board. You lucked out, Xander.
All right. I'll keep watching.
I will catch you, brother.
Man, Xander.
Snuck out a lucky spin just
Yeah,
like
Xander,
I did last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky last week. I had been riding pretty high, and then I got lucky, and Xander just got lucky again here too. All right, so while we're talking about DFS, Liam did win, so he's wearing the chain. Xander lost. Nothing's happening to him, unfortunately.
Shoot. All right, I'm just not gonna try on.
All right, so Ben, you want to?
There we go. All right. I'm starting us off with DFS.
Yeah, what's your quarterback here?
Um,
I'll read
let me-
Liam's lineup when we're going through this here,
All right.
and we'll get this all matched up.
QB. I'm going Joshy Allen.
All right.
Joshy Allen. He's my man's. He's been my man's. He freaking locks it down. He's the GOAT. He's the MVP. Give me Josh Allen.
He's not the MVP. Lamar is. But anyway, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes versus Houston at 6,000.
How can you say Lamar's MVP and not even draft him?
Because Mahomes was significantly cheaper. And we're in the
Fair.
playoffs, and we know
Touche.
what happens when Mahomes hits the playoffs. He starts putting up points. So I'm going with Mahomes at 6,000. Liam went with Jalen Hurts against the Rams at 6,800. So none of us are sharing a quarterback this week.
I like that.
And we are doing the full weekend slate, so Saturday
I was
and
just about
Sunday
to say
games.
that. That way we don't have as many repeat players this week.
Yeah. All right. What do you got for running back, Ben?
Running backs, I went with Saquon Barkley. Put up 255 last time against the Rams, 2 touchdowns. Hopefully he does it again. And then I've also got David Montgomery. He's back in. He's usually the Sonic and Knuckles. What is he? The Knuckles?
Yeah.
You know, he's the ground and pound guy. He's the guy
He'll
there
run
on
through
the.
ya.
I was gonna say they're on the 2-yard line. They're throwing Montgomery in, so I got Montgomery for my second running back.
All right, so all three of us are going to share Montgomery this week.
Mm-hmm.
We all got him $5,700. His price was enticing. I think we all looked at it. It's $2,000 cheaper than Gibbs. He has just as good a chance of falling in the end zone. I like Montgomery, and I think we all do here. And then Liam and I both share our second running back is going to be Derrick Henry against Buffalo.
Yep.
8,000. So Saquon is a separator here. That's going to determine whether Ben's in last or Ben's in first here. But yeah. And then for your wide receivers, Ben.
Wide receivers. I went with Rashad Bateman, A.J. Brown, and hear me out, Matt Collins.
Okay. I had Matt Collins last week in a lineup, and he did okay. I think he gave me like 4 points, but he was cheap.
Yeah, no. It's cheap.
He has a chance to catch that bomb play.
I was just about to say. Mm-hmm. And later in the season, he's been getting a lot more action, so he does have potential.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so my wide receivers here, I got Terry McLaurin against Detroit at 6,300. Him and Daniels are just clicking on all cylinders, so I'm going to take him. I'm going to roll with Shakir, a different receiver on that Buffalo offense, 5,000. And then I took Xavier Worthy. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, he's made an impact in the last, month and a half on this Chiefs offense. He's kind of put himself as that wide receiver 1. They're using him as jet sweeps, end arounds. They're using him down the field. So I like his usage. I'm going to keep rocking with him. And then for Liam, he's got A.J. Brown. He's got Terry McLaurin. And who's his third receiver? Stand by. 1 second. Hollywood Brown. So he's got Hollywood Brown and A.J. Brown. Okay, so one against the Rams, one against Houston. A.J. Brown 7,000 and Hollywood Brown 4,200. So people are calling Sammy likes the Hollywood Brown look. I
could see Hollywood Brown potentially having a crazy game.
Mm-hmm. He's got playoff experience, so.
He's been IR.
Well, he played the last 3 or 4 games.
I was gonna say, but he's been IR pretty much the entire season. He's essentially like just knocking the rust off.
This
into
bye week,
prime.
This bye week could have been really, really good for him.
Right?
He could make a big
yeah,
stand.
he could have
a
a huge game this week.
Who do you got at tight end this week, Ben?
Tight end, he's currently questionable, but we made a last minute parlay lock with him last week. I've got Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, I had him in a lineup. He was great. He
was
great.
Yeah, last week Clay, he's got another DFS, one of the millie makers that he's in, and he's like, dude, I need Goddard. I need Goddard to do something special. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna back you. I'm gonna back you up. I logged into my FanDuel. I put a parlay Goddard over 34.5 yards or something, and Goddard anytime touchdown.
You saw him 2 stiff arms get into the end
zone. Boom.
He said that.
Cash.
He said he slowed down in a little like an interview he did.
Mm-hmm.
He said he slowed down to get that second stiff arm, and he wanted to shove that guy into the ground.
Of course he did. I mean, if you have the ability They would honestly just run me into the dirt. But
Yeah.
if I had the ability, I would want
wanna
to slow down
it
too.
looks really good too.
Yeah, especially that slow mo.
Mm-hmm. Double stiff arm for a touchdown. So yeah, you got Dallas Goedert. Me and Liam are sharing another player here. We got Travis Kelce. I'm pairing him up with Mahomes.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean, he finally gave you over a 22-point week last week. They're entering the playoffs. They had a bye week. We all know what happens when Kelce and Mahomes hit the playoffs.
Yeah.
At some point, it is gonna fizzle out. But until it does, I'm gonna ride this one out. I'm gonna take this one to the grave. I'm gonna take Kelce here on this one.
I feel you.
All right, what do you got for
Taylor Swift is supposed to be in attendance too, so
that's big. That's big.
Huge.
I can see a touchdown from Kelce this week.
Yeah, add a couple more yards there.
Yeah. For your flex, man, what you got?
Are we doing flex and defense or just flex?
Just give me the flex.
All right, flex. I went Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh, okay.
He's coming back in. He's angry at the ground.
Stomp.
Yeah, I think he could potentially have a pretty good game.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of a sleeper.
That bye week could be good for him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Hollywood Brown. He's coming off that injury, kind of getting back into the team versus the guys who were already implemented in. The bye week could be really, really good. Rams covering the spread. I like it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And for my flex, I got Rashad Bateman. I'm just gonna keep playing him. He seems to catch touchdowns on that big bomb play. At $4,900, he's even cheaper than he was last week. Which, whatever, I'll take it. So I'm gonna keep rocking with Batman, and then Liam's got Zacchaeus from Washington against Detroit, 4,300. He kind of slowed down a little bit last week, but 3 or 4 weeks prior to last week, he was their top target, even over McLaurin. He was getting 7-8 targets a game. So I like Zacchaeus. He's 4,300. You can't really go wrong for the chance to get that 20-point game.
Yeah, no, 100%. I like that. Mm-hmm. Defense. I'm going with the Chiefs.
I'm telling you, I got the Chiefs too.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I think I've said it before. Say it again. Texans are going to come out hot first half. I think that second half, the Chiefs are just going to kind of pick them apart, stop them from scoring. Hopefully, maybe a pick.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That's what we're hoping for. When you play these guys in a DFS standpoint, you're looking for somebody to get an interception, a pick
couple
six,
sacks.
You're not worried about who's gonna. Okay, is Houston gonna put up 25 points? Is Baltimore gonna put up 25 points? You're looking for turnovers. You're looking for points added, not points not taken away.
Yeah.
You need the sacks. You need the forced fumbles.
Yep.
You need the blocked punts. And I think the Chiefs have a good chance of that coming off the bye. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's fresh. They're at home in Arrowhead. We know how good the fans are in Arrowhead and how they can implement maybe Houston's offense. So you could see a lot of sacks, a lot of miscommunications. So I think the Chiefs D is a good play this week. I'm gonna chase you on that one. And then Liam's got the Rams against Philly.
Ooh, a little risky.
Scary,
I feel like.
but I
feel
can
that's
see
a little risky. Was that like a money saver move?
They're 2,700, so I think he was trying to squeeze somebody in after having McLaurin, AJ, Monty, Henry, and Hurts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys over $7,000-8,000 there. You got to kind of save some money somewhere. So Rams D, they looked really good last week. You never know, they can come out and do the exact same thing against the Philly
Eagles.
This week.
There you go.
Wow.
It's a little struggle there.
Yeah. Ben, for our road to $1,000, do you want to go through what we hit and what we did not hit last week, so we can kind of see, and then what we missed, how far off were we, what are we looking at as far as trends here?
That's not the right one. Hold on. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. So, DGen's road to 1,000, eventually going to be road to 1,000,000. Okay.
Keep it coming.
I will go over. We got it right that time. First, I'm going to go over. I was just reading. Sammy saying Hurts over interceptions.
What's his line? Probably 1.5.
Probably, or half. I don't know.
Probably half.
But yeah, the bets we hit last week. Liam had Justin Herbert over 225 passing yards. Justin Herbert ended up finishing with 242.
Love it.
I took the Texans money line.
Shout out Ben, 4 for 4 on last week's
I
props.
did go 4 for 4. Thank you very much. I wasn't going to toot my own horn. I really appreciate that. But yeah, they ended up beating the Chargers 32-12. The next one was Xander. This was the only one of Xander's that hit. He had Lamar over 48.5 rushing yards. Which
Finished with 52?
No, he finished with 82.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That cleared.
Yeah, cashed. The next one we have that hit was Liam's. He had the Ravens money line. Obvious hit. Like we were saying earlier, we were riding on Josh Allen. We had Josh Allen over 42.5 rushing yards. I had that one. I forget what he finished with, but it cashed.
Yeah, he was well over. He
the
had
next Josh Allen we had was yours, which was over 7.5 rushing attempts. I believe he finished with 8.
He got 8, so he just snuck in. We were
scared,
screaming at the television.
Yeah, scared us a little bit. We were a little bit nervous. Then Clay also had Bo Nix under 225
It was a
half
hot
passing
take.
yards.
Liam really
It
did
was
not like
a little
it.
bit of hot take. It was scaring me because in the first quarter, I think he had like 62 yards, and I was shitting bricks. I was like,
of
"Oh
it
my
came
god!"
on his touchdown throw to Troy
It's still
Franklin.
62 yards in the first quarter.
I know it's scary, and I was scared too. And I was like, you know what? Just let this play out. And then the Bills scored 31 unanswered, and they did nothing else. But so the under cashed on that. Thank goodness.
Yeah. No, that cashed, and then the last one that hit was mine, and it was T.J. Hawkinson over 3.5 receptions. He ended up finishing with 4. I will say the Hawkinson on the last podcast, I said it was 4.5. That's where the current line was. By the time I put the bet in, the line had switched to 3.5. A lot of these we are going off of the lines. So if you guys before the game go to put it in, Hawkinson over 4.5, and it changes to 3.5. Stick with the line. Stick with 3.5.
Yeah.
And then our misses. Quentin Johnston over 44.5. He ended up with 0.
He goosed. Was that Xander's
Absolute
bet?
0. Yep, that was Xander's bet.
Thanks, man.
Another Xander's bet was the Chargers money line. Did not hit. Clay had Mark Andrews over 3.5 receptions. He only finished with 2. Liam had Jaylen Warren over 49.5 scrimmage yards. He only finished with 25.
Did we make money this week?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes, we did.
We made money.
We did come out positive. And then the last 2 that missed, one of them was Xander, Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, which, if I'm going to be honest, I thought that would have hit, but it didn't. And then Clay's Tampa Bay money line. Clay and everybody else thought Tampa Bay was going to be on top of the Commanders.
Jane Daniels has unlimited poise. The dude is insane when in these tough situations, and I was betting against him.
He is goated.
I was betting against him because
Jaden Daniels, I'm calling it right now. Rookie of the year, he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks that we watch for the next 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. But like I was saying, the way that he is.
Tommy Cutlett said Z-Man needs to stay in school. He does. He needs to get off the gambling platforms, and he needs to stay in school. He's studying engineering over at WVU. He was 1 for 4.
No, well.
I'll give him that. He did hit one, which was the Lamar Jackson over 48.5.
All right, hey guys. So this week we do have a special guest. Zach is going to be returning, so here he is. Let's see what he's got for us this divisional weekend. How you doing, Zach?
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's up, brother?
How's it going? How's life?
Pretty good, man.
Going good.
Enjoy the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you sent me the link.
I sent you the link, man. We're live. You're on it right now, Zach. You're on the pod.
So what do y'all want to?
Give me your takes for this divisional weekend. What do you got? Give me some hot takes. Either who you got winning games, or maybe some DFS hot takes. What you got? Some sneaky plays.
So I think a sneaky play this week would be Ty Johnson.
All right.
I like it.
He's so Ty Johnson is actually 4,500 on DraftKings right now.
That's not bad. That's cheap.
Yeah, if you put him in, I mean, you can get. So I got this build going right now. So I got Ty Johnson, Derrick Henry, Jared Goff, Bateman, Brown, St. Brown, Laporta, Houston's D, and Xavier Worthy. I don't know what you think
I
of
like
that.
Worthy this week.
I like that.
Ty Johnson
Yeah,
frees
dude.
up a lot with his salary being so low, and you can squeeze a bunch of guys in there that have that upper price that you wouldn't normally be able to squeeze in. So I like the Ty Johnson play, and he's got a good chance to score a touchdown too. They bring him in there, those tight 5 yards,
Yeah,
6 yards.
you got Bateman at 4,900.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got Bateman at 4,900 with no Zay Flowers more than likely. And Buffalo's not that great against the pass. You know what I mean?
They're really not.
So Lamar's got to throw somebody. The only player I wish I could get in there would be Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him last week. I stacked him and Isaiah Likely, and because we were on a small slate last week, I was able to put both of them in. I mean, it paid off. They both had a couple good plays there. It got me some points.
Yeah, and then AJ Brown, it's like he's due. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think if Zay Flowers doesn't play, you got to find a way to get Isaiah Likely in lineups because he's running out of the slot.
Yeah.
He is the wide receiver. He's not the tight end at that point.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I like the Ty Johnson play this week at running back for DFS. I think if you're looking for a cheap receiver, I think you could go. Well, you got Bateman. Zacchaeus, he's 4,300.
Yep. Liam's got him in his lineup.
He had a great game in the Detroit's 31st against the pass. So
he is that downfield threat opposite of McLaurin. Anytime McLaurin finds himself in a double team, Zacchaeus is right there.
They're kind of looking like that Cooper Kupp Puka Nacua combo almost. Give Zacchaeus some more time, get him comfortable and out there, and that could be a serious threat.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so you got him. He's at 43.
What do you think about Hollywood Brown? We've had a bunch of people talking about Hollywood Brown. What's your take on Hollywood this week?
Yeah, Hollywood's good. He is cheaper than D-Hop, I think. Let me see.
I would play him over DeAndre at this point.
Yeah, he's cheaper than
D-Hop.
Hollywood Brown's 42. D-Hop's 47.
Yeah.
We also got Keon Coleman down there at 4,100 against Baltimore's 27th ranked pass defense.
Yeah.
Josh Allen takes shots at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll heave it. Josh Allen has no problem throwing it 65 yards downfield at him.
And then you got your boy down there, Matt Collins, at 35, and Curtis Samuel's at 34.
Yep.
Samuel caught a touchdown last week.
I don't know if he replicates that.
I don't think so.
But then you got another $100 you can go Matt Collins if you think it's a Matt Collins week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I went with. I went with a Matt Collins pool this week.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be chasing the Curtis Samuel pool.
Yeah.
Hell, you could even go Juju at 34.
No, you
if
can't.
you're really feeling
I mean, you could potentially.
That's crazy. I could see it, though.
I mean, if you figure you got him at 34, you can really open up some roster spots. You know what I mean?
And all you need is one play from him to make it worth it.
But it's like I don't know how you pass up on Gibbs. It's like you got to get him in there. I mean, imagine a build where you have Gibbs and Henry. You know.
Yeah, no, that's pretty.
Gibbs finishes the RB1 in fantasy this year, ahead of Saquon, ahead of Derrick Henry. He finishes the RB1. I think it coming off his 4-touchdown week 18, or 7, whatever it was. But I mean, finishing as the RB1 when splitting carries most of the year is unbelievable.
Pretty crazy, yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
I mean, he just broke.
Especially splitting with David Montgomery too,
who was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach, you had both of them in your fantasy team last year, and you were playing both of them every week with Amon-Ra, and it was working.
Oh yeah, and I did it again. I did that again this year in a couple of leagues too.
Mm-hmm. It's just you can play both of these guys, one or two of them. It doesn't matter. You can put them both in there. They're gonna make an impact. Gibbs has shown that it doesn't matter if he's splitting carries by himself. They're gonna give you points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the Goff, Gibbs, and Amon-Ra stack with Laporta. I mean, that's a crazy
huge
stack right there.
That's a crazy stack.
I mean, that's huge, right?
Yeah, if you can pull that off, yeah.
I mean, unless you're not feeling Laporta this week, but I mean, he's been coming on good as of late.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I've been kind of dabbling around with some of these lineups here. I'm really excited for that Buffalo and Baltimore game.
Yeah, Buffalo, Baltimore,
Both
and
night
the Commanders and Lions. Those are the two games that I'm
excited
really
about that
looking forward
Commanders.
to.
I'm excited about that Commanders Lions game too. I think it's gonna be a pretty good game.
Yeah,
I think
A lot
that's
of
going to be
high
game of the
scoring.
week.
Yeah.
Shootout.
100%.
Neither one of
A lot
those
of high
coaches will
scoring.
punt it.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep going for it. 4th and 30. Come on. We're going.
I think Houston's gonna give the Chiefs a closer game than what everybody thinks it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I've been saying the same thing. I think they're going to
Their
come out hot.
defense-
Chiefs are going to
their defense is
come out
looking
a little
good.
lackadaisical.
Defense is looking good.
They had, 4 interceptions last week? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Herbert didn't look great, but any team that can do that's worthy of this position here. So
Yeah, so I think you almost have to go. You almost have to take that Houston defense so cheap, and then you can kind of take one of those bottom end receivers, and then just kind of build it from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
build it backwards. Find your low points.
If I'm going to be honest, that's honestly usually how I do it.
Oh, see, I pick core 4 and then I go from there.
No, see,
pick my
I
core
go like my core 4.
Zach knows
low.
about the core 4 Friday core 4.
Yeah, the core 4 is huge. I mean, honestly, the more I'm looking at it now, I mean, Hollywood Brown at 4,200 is really not bad.
No, it's a great play.
I mean, that really frees you up to. Shit, you could even go Goff, Gibbs, Henry, Hollywood Brown, Amon Ra, Laporte, and McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a great play.
so yeah, I like it. Maybe throw a little Dotson in there. Maybe he gets a little anytime touchdown again.
He got
Like
one last
that.
week.
Like that.
Yeah, no, I like what Dotson's been doing. He's been getting open. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
So
The on that one play he caught the touchdown though, the O-line giving the quarterback like 25, 30 seconds to the ball. It was unreal. Just hanging
nuts.
out.
It's nuts.
yeah, it's crazy because it's like I don't know how that game's going to go. I don't know how that Philly game's going to play out. I just
don't
have
know.
no idea.
I got the Eagles winning it. They were my money line this week. I think that the Eagles defense is going to be the standout play. I think they're going to get to Matthew Stafford, and then Quinyon Mitchell and the rest of those DBs are going to kind of shut down what Puka's doing. And Cooper Kupp hasn't shown that he can get open on one-on-one in the past couple weeks. So I'm going to take the Eagles D. They're going to get to him. If Cooper Kupp can't get involved, I think the Eagles win this game handily.
Yeah, see, I'm worried about Puka. That's who I'm really worried about.
You always gotta have that little fear in the back of your mind about Puka.
He'll eat a team up.
That's the one thing Philly struggles with is that shallow crosser.
Yeah.
The guy that catches and runs with the ball. You know. So
I think Mitchell's going to be shadowing him all day.
I hope so, man. I hope that they at least show up. You know what I mean? So I think they will.
Yeah, no.
I think that's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be more lower scoring than what people are thinking. So yeah, and then that Baltimore Buffalo game's going to be a game, man.
Yeah,
that game's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun.
Sunday night special. I love it.
Yeah, I like that too, man. A lot. I like that play.
I'll have a showdown lineup going in on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I can't believe that. So I don't know. I told you with my Monday lineup, right? They didn't start the game until 8:30.
He got screwed.
Yeah, I was sitting there trying to put my lineup in, and at 8:00 they told me I couldn't set it, and I had a bunch of scrubs in there.
He just went into autofill to get the lineup roster spot locked in, went back. The game didn't kick off till 8:30. 8:00, they said you can't adjust your lineup. So he's got a bunch of 1,000 guys and a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah, it was awful, man. It was because my lineup I landed with right at 8:00 was so good. It was so good. I had like the only play I didn't have was you had to have the Rams D. To win it.
Yeah. Rams or
And
Houston.
They had to
Houston,
be your captain.
Rams D put up like 26 points.
Houston, I want to say, put up 24, 23, 24.
It was it was the winner of that. It was the Rams D as the captain, and then it was Stafford.
Yep.
and Puka. I think
Kyron caught a touchdown early. I had him.
And believe it or not, Higbee. He had like 10 points.
Yeah, you really had to
got
just
hurt.
fade the Vikings in that game. And I went in on the Vikings, and then Sam Darnold started seeing ghosts again, and that was it for me. My lineup.
Yeah, no,
I made like $9 on it, but it's not how you. It's not how you win this. So.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like you got to just hit on all those guys, man. It's so hard, those showdowns sometimes, you know. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this weekend.
It's gonna be good, brother.
I think so, man. I think so. Maybe we could get together, maybe watch a game.
Have to hit up B-Dubs, man. Hit up B-Dubs and go watch that that Buffalo game.
I'm down for that.
Hell
Definitely down for that.
Hell yeah.
So.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Well, hey, you take care. Are you guys going to be on live any much longer, or are you guys getting off?
We're about getting off here. We will be live on Sunday, though. We're going to play some Madden and then go through the games and probably watch a little bit of the games with anybody who wants to join us.
Cool, man. That sounds good.
Hell
but,
yeah.
Let me know about Sunday night, guys, if you want to head out there.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.
Sounds
take
good.
care, man.
Hey, you too, Zach.
We'll see you.
All right.
We'll see you, man.
See you later.
All right, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, I think that's all to do with football.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring up the main event on Saturday night?
Yeah, I'll
the
pull it up here.
UFC 311 fight night, baby.
311, everybody. We got Islam. He is going to be the main event. This is
For the bantamweight title,
Mm-hmm.
right? For the bantamweight title, I think this is his second or third defense of it.
This is his, I think, third defense. This is his second fight against Sarukin. So it could get interesting. I think Islam's going to take this fight.
I think so too. Islam he's one of those freaks of nature, dude.
I have bet against him every fight
wrong,
that I think he's been in.
Wrong.
And I've lost
every
26 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just wins. He is pound for pound, I think, rated number one right now, pound for pound, best fighter there is. I don't see that he loses this fight at all.
Other than John Jones, of course.
John Jones is third right now, and pound for pound.
According to Dana White's list, though.
Build your perfect fighter. John Jones. John Jones. John Jones.
No, another fight that I'm excited for is Yuri. I don't know how to say his last name. Yuri Pakashimov.
I can't pronounce it, but he's fighting Jamal Hill.
Yes, against Jamal Hill. That's going to be a crazy fight.
Yeah, he just got whooped up by John Jones not too long ago, but I think he might win this fight. I mean, he's always been in the contention for that belt. He's had it. 30-5-1 in his career. Jamal Hill's 12-2, but I think Yuri's going to take this fight.
I think Yuri. I'm going to bet on the side outside of the D-Gen's Road to 1,000. I'm going to put money on a Yuri TKO. Because I don't think that fight is going to the finish between Yuri and Jamal Hill.
No.
I don't think that's going to the finish. One of them
Put
is going to...
100 on Islam by submission. You'll win.
Yeah, no. Islam submission.
I make you tap.
Yuri TKO. I make it tap, brother.
Smash.
Smash. But yeah, no. I got Yuri TKO and I got Islam submission 100%. I'm probably going to put that in on my personal fan duel there.
And then, so, Nurmagomedov is fighting Dvalishvili for the bantamweight title. I'm going to go with Dvalishvili. He holds the belt now. I think he has a better chance. I mean, Nurmagomedov is good.
I got
Nurmagomedov.
Thank you. I got him. These guys are...
These guys from Russia are insane.
They're nuts. They're crazy. They came out of the womb wrestling grizzly bears.
Yeah.
And
raised by
they're
wolves.
Just nuts. Yeah, I think he can 100% take it.
Swim with the sharks.
Take the belt. Get the belt.
I am gonna ride with the American Dvalishvili. He's got he is the favorite here at plus 230, or he's the underdog actually plus 230. But I'm gonna ride with him. I don't think Nurmagomedov's winning this fight. I think he's gonna hold the belt here. And so we got Islam taking it. We're split on the bantamweight title. Yuri, we're in agreement. Kevin Holland, he's fighting DeRitter in this one. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland. I always bet on him.
Kevin Holland is a solid.
I like watching him fight.
He's a solid. Is that? Hold on. Okay.
Yeah. He's fighting De Ridder out of the Netherlands.
Dude, but De Ridder, I was watching a highlight tape on De Ridder the other day, though. It's going to be scary. I love it. UFC is one of, other than football, is probably my favorite sport to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I'm not as versed in UFC and everything, but it is my favorite fucking sport to watch.
Yeah, De Ridder's got to
Hands
find a way to
down.
get inside on this fight. Holland's got him on reach, but De Ridder, he's bigger. Like, he's just a bigger guy.
Yeah.
He's not as lanky as Kevin Holland is, so if he can get inside, what he cannot do is go to the ground.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland, when he's on the ground, is unbelievable. So you got to stay off the ground. You got to kind of spar with him. But you got to get in tight with him. So I think that's how you win that fight. But I'm going to take Kevin Holland. And let's see. There's no real big names fighting in the prelims, but it's always good to go watch those. Let's see.
Yeah, free, too.
Yeah, you don't
Free
have to
UFC
pay
fights.
$86 to watch them.
Or try to find somebody bootlegging it off TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which brings me up.
They
Go
are
check
gonna
out the
win.
DGens TikTok. DGens Pod on TikTok. We got a bunch of videos. We just live streamed earlier on TikTok. Had a fun time. What else? What else you got?
That's all I got for these
Well,
guys
I was
today,
gonna
man.
say.
That's it.
I think that's about all we got for this episode of the DGens podcast.
Check us out on Sunday. We'll be going live probably about 11:30, maybe a little bit later than that.
Well, yeah, probably. I was gonna say
Probably a little
because
bit later in
the
the
game
afternoon.
starts at 4:30 on Sunday
Yeah, maybe
or Saturday.
Yeah, so Saturday, and Sunday. So it's 4:30 and 8:00 both days. So Sunday we'll be streaming lunchtime, a little bit early afternoon before the games get started. We'll be playing some Madden, just hanging out. And
Yeah,
then
maybe
we'll
watch a little
some
bit of the game,
with you
hang
guys.
out on stream. Obviously, we're not going to stream the game or the audio. It'll just be us kind of hanging out, talking.
Reactions, hanging out.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, thanks everybody
That's
for
what we
tuning
got.
in. This is all we got for DGens Pod, episode 9.
Yeah,
man.
Sambone,
Episode 9.
thank you again for the gifted sub.
Yes, we
KL
really
Houck,
appreciate
enjoy
that.
it, use it, have fun.
And
Great job.
hope everybody has a good weekend. Go tune into those. I was about to say wild cards. Those divisionals?
Yeah, the divisional
The
round.
divisional rounds. Go see those matchups. It's gonna be a great weekend of sports, of fights, of everything. So everybody enjoy.
Thank you, El Moose. Tune in Sunday, and then next week we'll bring back the Road to 1,000.
Yeah,
see where we're at.
hopefully Tuesday we'll do a check-in. We'll do a check-in on Road
Mm-hmm.
to 1,000. We'll see how everything goes.
See if we can hit 1,000. Let's see how fast we can do it. Let's see. My prediction: January 16th right now.
I'm going with my birthday, May 19th.
Okay, so I was close. I'm at April 29th. April
Okay,
29th.
I like
will
April
hit 1,000.
29th better. I like April 29th
April 29th,
better.
Road to 1,000, Road to 1,000,000 by the end of the year. Here we
Boom,
go,
boom,
ladies and gentlemen.
boom. Let's go.
We're back. See you guys on
Everybody
Sunday.
enjoy.
Check in on Tuesday, Road to 1,000. Have a great weekend. If you're betting, go put your bets in now. Profit boost. Check them out. FanDuel's got them. DraftKings got them. $5 to get $200 in free bets. Utilize it. Take it. And